I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences.
Things took an unexpected turn outside Teyana Taylor's home, and the internet hasn't stopped talking since. Iman Shumpert just walked in on something that no parent ever wants to see. But it wasn't what you might expect. It was Aaron Pierre, hugging Teyana's daughter. An innocent moment, maybe. But for Iman, it triggered something deep. The situation that unfolded was so raw, so emotionally charged, that bystanders didn't even know whether to call security or just start recording. Eyewitnesses say what began as a quick drop-off by Iman turned into an explosive encounter when he saw Aaron with his child. And when we say explosive, we mean screaming, crying, and a confrontation that shook the entire street. Social media erupted within minutes. Videos, audio recordings, voice notes. It's all out there now. But what people can't agree on is this. Was Iman just being an overprotective dad? Or is this something deeper, something personal, that's been brewing under the surface for a long time? According to multiple sources close to the situation, Iman was just arriving at Teyana's home to drop off something for his daughter. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a routine moment between co-parents. But what wasn't routine was who he saw when he pulled into the driveway. There was Aaron Pierre, holding hands with Teyana's daughter and walking toward a car. And just as Iman stepped out, he witnessed Aaron kneel down to give the child a hug. What happened next was fast and fiery. A neighbor reported hearing Iman shout at the top of his lungs, "What do you think you're doing?" The tension was instant. Within seconds, the mood shifted from casual to chaotic. A simple hug turned into a heated showdown. And the worst part? It all happened right in front of the little girl. But Aaron didn't retreat. In fact, he stood his ground, literally and emotionally. According to those at the scene, Aaron turned to Iman and calmly but firmly responded, "I care about her too, whether you like it or not." That one sentence, that declaration, set everything on fire. A shouting match began on the front lawn, right in broad daylight. One bystander didn't waste time pulling out their phone. That footage, already viral on TikTok with millions of views and thousands of comments flooding in by the minute. In the middle of all the shouting, Teyana came rushing out of the house, reportedly yelling, "Not in front of her! Please, stop!" Her words were heartbreaking. Her voice cracked with urgency. But it was too late. The damage had been done. And the one person hurt most wasn't Iman or Aaron. It was the child. One of the most gut-wrenching clips making the rounds online shows the daughter crying and hiding behind her mom during the argument. In a quiet, tearful voice, she says, "I don't want anyone to fight." That moment broke the internet. The video has been viewed over 4 million times already, and the reactions have been fierce. "This is traumatic," one user tweeted. "She doesn't deserve this." Others began asking the tough question, why were both men even allowed around her at the same time? That question has led many fans to place the spotlight back on Teyana. Some are accusing her of being careless with who she brings around her child and when. One viral Instagram comment read, "It's like she invites drama into her home." Another said, "She knows these men don't get along. Why create a situation like this?" But not everyone is attacking her. A growing number of people are defending Teyana, pointing out that she's doing the best she can under complicated circumstances. According to a friend close to her, Teyana was devastated after the incident. That source shared with a popular blog, "She's heartbroken. She really thought both men had matured. She never expected it to play out like that." Since the incident, Teyana has gone completely silent on social media. No posts, no stories, no likes. And in today's world, silence says a lot. To many, it's a sign of someone who is overwhelmed cornered, and trying to protect her peace. Meanwhile, Iman's side of the family is not staying quiet. His mother reportedly told him to do what you need to do, take legal action if you have to. His sister posted a story on Instagram that read, "We protect our babies, period." The tone was clear, and fans picked up on it immediately. Now, rumors are swirling that Iman is planning to push for full custody again. Legal experts say that if the footage of this incident makes it to court, it could help Iman's case, especially if he frames it as a concern for the child's emotional well-being. But fans are still divided. Was Iman protecting his child, or was he just letting jealousy take control? Aaron's side of the story has been far from silent amidst all the chaos. Sources close to him have stepped forward to push back against the growing narrative that paints him as a reckless outsider interfering in a delicate family situation. According to these insiders, the entire incident has been blown way out of proportion by fans and media eager to escalate the drama. They insist that Aaron had no idea Iman would show up unannounced, and that his interaction with Teyana's child was purely innocent, nothing more than affectionate and caring. He was being loving, not crossing any lines, the insider emphasized, attempting to frame Aaron as a supportive figure rather than a threat. These sources also pointed out that Aaron has been steadily building a genuine relationship with the child over the past several months. Far from being some casual acquaintance, he's been present at school events, family dinners, and even the more mundane but meaningful moments like helping with homework and bedtime routines. This portrayal paints a picture of a man stepping into a role with seriousness and affection, a role many believe he earned through consistent effort. A vocal fan expressed this view, writing, "Aaron's not the villain here. He's stepping up in a way a lot of men wouldn't." However, despite this defense, there are plenty who remain unconvinced. Critics argue that Aaron should have recognized the volatile nature of the situation and exercised far more caution before getting so comfortable in a family dynamic that's clearly fraught with tension. As the public discourse swirls, an older interview with Teyana from 2022 has resurfaced online, adding even more complexity to the conversation. In that candid interview, she made a very firm declaration. "Any man I date has to be respectful around my kid, period." This statement is now being widely reposted with captions questioning the current reality, such as, "So what happened to this energy?" The juxtaposition between her words then and the apparent chaos now has fans wondering if she's lost control of the narrative, or if the pressures of her personal life are beginning to spill over in ways that could negatively impact her daughter. Some observers are harsh in their judgment, suggesting that Teyana's personal choices might be jeopardizing her child's emotional well-being. They argue that navigating two strong personalities like Iman and Aaron is no easy task, and she might be struggling to maintain stability amid the emotional storm. On the other hand, many fans express compassion for her predicament, recognizing the near impossible position she's in as a mother trying to co-parent, date again, and keep drama at bay, all under the unforgiving scrutiny of the public eye. She's caught between two strong personalities and trying to hold it all together, one commenter wrote, highlighting the complexity of her situation and the intense pressure she must be feeling. As is common with any celebrity drama, fans quickly fall into camps, each fervently defending their chosen side. Team Iman is perhaps the most vocal, framing him as the only one acting like a responsible, loving father amid the chaos. Supporters say he's the one stepping in where it counts, setting boundaries that protect the child's emotional safety. "If that was my daughter, I'd do the same thing," one comment read, resonating with many who see Iman's protective instincts as both natural and necessary. Team Aaron, however, refuses to accept the villain narrative. Fans on this side argue that Aaron is simply showing genuine care and affection, not attempting to replace Iman, but instead seeking to be a positive figure in the child's life because of his relationship with Teyana. He's giving her stability. That's not something to hate, one supporter wrote, defending Aaron's role and underscoring the importance of emotional support in the child's life. Meanwhile, there's also a growing group of supporters rallying behind Teyana herself. Team Teyana views her as a mother doing her best under incredibly difficult circumstances. They emphasize that she is navigating the complexities of single motherhood, trying to date again, co-parent effectively, and keep her child's best interests at heart, all while the entire world watches and judges her every move. This camp calls for empathy rather than criticism, acknowledging that real life doesn't always go according to plan, and that no parent is perfect. "She's trying her best," one post stated simply, resonating with many who see Teyana as a human being first and a celebrity second. The emotional intensity of this situation is fueled not just by the players involved, but by the very public nature of their lives. Each new detail, every side glance caught on camera, and all the snippets of conversation leaked online become ammunition in an ever-escalating war of opinions. What might have been a private family matter has morphed into a widespread cultural debate on parenting, relationships, and what it means to protect a child in a complicated adult world. At its core, the situation raises difficult questions about boundaries and the responsibilities of everyone involved, parents and partners alike. How do you maintain a healthy environment for a child when your personal relationships are complicated by history, heartbreak, and public scrutiny? How do you define respect and safety when emotions are running high and alliances are shifting? And how do all the adults involved put the child's needs above their own wounds, egos, and desires? In the midst of this tangled web, one thing remains clear: the stakes are very real. Beyond the social media debates and public support or condemnation lies the future of a young girl whose emotional and psychological well-being depends on how well the adults around her can navigate this storm. The decisions made now will have long-lasting effects, not just on the relationships between these adults, but on the child's sense of security, stability, and love. As the narrative continues to evolve, the world watches, debates, and waits. Fans on all sides hope for resolution, for healing, and ultimately for what's best for the child caught in the middle of it all. Because, at the end of the day, no matter which team people root for, the real victory lies in protecting the heart of the family, the child who deserves love, peace, and a stable future above all else. Still, many fans say this isn't just messy, it's dangerous. The child has now witnessed shouting, conflict, and tension between the two most important male figures in her life. And whether or not legal battles follow, the emotional consequences are already real. What should have been a peaceful handoff turned into a highly public meltdown. Iman's emotions boiled over. Aaron refused to back down. And Teyana was left trying to stop a fire that may have been burning for far too long already. So, what happens next? Will Iman push for legal changes to keep Aaron away from his daughter? Will Aaron defend his growing bond with the child? Will Teyana take control of the chaos? Or will this triangle just keep spiraling deeper into emotional wreckage? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on? Iman, Aaron, or Teyana's? Make sure to subscribe for more real-time updates, because this story is far from over, and the next twist could drop at any moment.